Good morning and welcome to View from Above Tarot. This is Kag at the Treehouse with your reading for Friday, September the 6th. This morning we are going to use the Radiance deck and we are going to be doing a 9+1 reading for Friday. So I deeply shuffled these before the video started. I'm just going to put the last little finishing shuffles on these cards before we get started. This reading is for the collective, and so as I always remind us, take what resonates for you and leave the rest. All right. So yesterday's reading was about asking for help. And so we'll see if this reading goes forward from where that one left us yesterday, or it's going to pick up a whole new thread. So here is the energy for this morning and its clarifiers. Here's the challenge for today and its clarifiers, and the wisdom for today and its clarifiers, and the Merryweather card. Now remember, before I even start this, if anything is backwards, or upside down rather, I will turn them around because I don't read reversals. So I did not look to see which way these cards were pointed when I shuffled, so they could be upside down. All right, so let's begin. All right, we're starting with the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is the Earth Mother. She is the one who has mastery over all of the resources. She knows how to use them, and she uses them for the benefit of the people that she loves. She is, as I say, the Earth Mother. She's the one you want to go to when you're having a problem. She'll fix you a cup of tea. She'll take good care of you. And so this is the bountiful energy that we are carrying this morning as we start to look at the day's energies. The challenge for today is going to be balance. So when I see that in relationship to our Queen of Pentacles, I think that we may have a overabundance of caring for others and not taking care of ourselves as well. So that is always the balance here. She has a tendency to overdo for others. And so this is a reminder that we must also care for ourselves, especially if we are going to care for others in turn. The wisdom for today is the Fool. The Fool is the card of beginning a new cycle somewhere in our lives. Our lives are full of cycles. There's the school cycles, the learning cycles, the work cycles, the month cycles, the fall cycles, all of those cycles. And then there are the individual cycles, growth cycles in particular, that we all are going through. So there is wisdom here about starting something new. Sometimes the Fool can signal a restart of an old cycle if we did not learn the lessons last time. So we'll have to see how that shakes out. But for right now, let's look at what is clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. And what we see here is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a number of different projects, messages, ideas that are in the air. So there is lots of movement here regarding things that she has perhaps launched or is involved in. They are lined up and they are coming in rather quickly, but they have not landed yet. So this is a card of waiting for things to land, but having some confidence that because they are lined up, that they are going to end up doing or being what we want them to be. So she seems very busy with managing what this is today, or waiting for those to come in. The Page of Wands is the messenger of the King of Wands, and Wands being the suit of determination and inspiration and will. There's something new on the horizon here, which makes sense, right? You may have launched something new and still haven't gotten the answer for that yet. But she would be the one that would be able to launch something new for herself and for her people. So that seems like a very positive place to begin today. So let's look at Temperance. So far, we're seeing quite a few wands here. And Pentacles. So Temperance is that energy of being in balance. And she needs to be in balance in order to be present here. So that is the challenge, to be in balance. She's also got the Seven of Wands, which is the card of being able to be yourself and be confident in being yourself and knowing what it is that you want, knowing how to defend yourself if necessary, but not carrying that wand all the time. You can see that he's got two different shoes on. It's because he's just gotten out of bed to defend himself against these other wands. He doesn't need to carry that wand with him all the time. He can defend himself on a dime if necessary. So as you are balanced, you don't need to carry that wand. You know that you will be able to have that resource, that be okay with who you are and put up with any sort of altercation that comes up from other places. And that is interesting because the 7 comes just before the 8. So perhaps you are somewhat defended waiting for these things to land, and maybe that's not quite necessary. So that may be the challenge, is to put that wand down and just wait. Just wait for those to come. The other energy that's present here in our balance is the 10 of Pentacles, which is the ultimate legacy and abundance card. And that goes well with our Queen of Pentacles because she is the manifestation of our internal abundance. So remember that you have everything that you need while you are waiting for these projects to come into fruition. Stay balanced. You've got what you need. You can defend yourself, or you can feel good about yourself no matter what happens. Deep breath and integrate this balance. So the wisdom is you are starting something new, and maybe this is a whole new way of how you are feeling in your life this morning. That you've got everything that you need, you've got projects going, you're really excited about this one, and this is a new place for you this morning. And we have both the Tower and the High Priestess. So right away, we are looking at 4 major arcana cards in this reading, which is a 10-card reading. So that's 40% of the cards that so far are major arcana. So as we look at the Fool, this is the new beginning of a cycle. And it may be as the result of some structure that has been taken down. Some new way of thinking, some new way of being in the world, some new project that had to be different than you thought it was going to need to be. So there's something different here that's starting this Fool's journey again. Remember that the Tower isn't necessarily a bad card. It just means that a structure that you have relied on, that we have relied on, is not what we thought it was going to be. It has to come down. We have to start over. And that could be the message of our Fool here. Also, with the Fool is the clarification of the High Priestess card. And that is our deep inner knowing of what we need. Not necessarily what we want, but what fills us. And that would be really important to have if the old structure is coming down, and to know what we need to do going forward. So there is some care of others and self in this reading. These 2 cards have an affinity. What I am not seeing here is in the minor arcana, I'm seeing no swords and I'm seeing no cups. Although our angel here in the Temperance card has cups, and there's lots of water in this space. So let's look at the Merryweather card for this morning. Oh, how lovely. And that is the 10 of Cups. It's the rainbow card. It is the happy home and happy family card. It is the reasonably happily ever after card. 2 10s, the end of those minor arcana suits. Abundance, emotional fulfillment, which would be appropriate for starting over here. Again, no swords. But perhaps all the sorts that we had previous to this reading have now been fulfilled. We've spoken what we needed to say, felt what we needed to feel, and this is where we are sitting on this side. We asked for help yesterday, and it looks like help has come because you have both, as I say, emotional fulfillment and resource abundance here. A new start, a change from what we thought was going to be a structure into something that's new, a connection with our deep selves and waiting for something to come to fruition. So a new start from a place of abundance. This is a very positive reading. So that is what I have for us today here at the Treehouse. If this reading was helpful for you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I invite you to come back to the Treehouse again tomorrow for another View from Above. Blessings.